Hi, I'm Barry John. This is Descent 2, and I have my regular pair of co-pilots. I'll let them introduce themselves.
It's Laylight, here for Brimspark?
And Speedball and Brimspark.
So,
Aww.
this is a late 90s video game, and what do you guys...
Oh no! Not the bees!
Yes, those guys. What do you guys remember from late 90s video game design? Things that happened in every game.
Well, I mean, there were factory levels with smashing machines.
And or sewer levels.
Rocket launchers, can't forget those.
Well, we had our Green Hills zone with level 1, with World 1. World 2, World 2 was our sewer level. World 3, can you guess what the theme is?
Ice. Clearly.
Well, there's our friend the Thief Bot again.
Yep.
He'll be back. He always is.
Does the lava stream hurt you when you pass through
Yes.
it? Yes, it does. Okay.
Please note the thief bot responded to the guided missile.
Oh, I can see the
So
guided
he
missile.
saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, hidden door.
I mean, when you see your regular enemies, they only kind of seem to vaguely respond to you being in the room, or maybe you firing at them. That was this game's big innovation compared to Descent 1, was the enemies reacting to your projectiles. But now the Thief Bot actually notices that it's a guided missile specifically, I guess.
And, well, it's a lava world. I mean, the lava... Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh. How are you going to catch up to him now?
Oh.
That fiend.
Man, wow, that thief bot is fast.
He was trying to open like a secret door to get away from you. Jeez.
Yeah.
So, if they're going to be camouflaging, then they're going to be giving us all the red robots instead of the blue and the gray ones then, huh?
Yes, basically.
Hold on. Is he around this corner? That corner? Never mind. Just blow that guy up. Who cares?
Well, no, I'm just looking at the fact that the thief bot was trying to circle around behind me.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's running away from your guided missile, but still trying to get to you.
Yes.
Thiefbot is surprisingly good AI for the time.
I'm always impressed when enemies can actually give off the impression of being spiteful. I can always appreciate that.
Whoa! We just got melee.
Yeah, what keeps blowing up on you like that and really sending you far away?
Well, that was a cloaked enemy.
I think it's those diamond cutter guys. They just ran into you, and that one was cloaked.
Alright, sorry, here's the thing. I know this is a dead end. So, 2,500 points.
Alright. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Take that, Thiefbot.
So, that's...
Get that afterburner back.
Oh, look at all this bounty for coming back here. All
Wow,
the energy
this was
and
a secret
shields.
stash.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a long road ahead. You might as well start out being prepared.
Well, to be fair, this entire section is pretty much, optional.
I hear something trying to take a bite out of you. Yep, there he is.
Have I mentioned lately how much I hate cloaked melee enemies?
Well, it only gives him a fighting chance against you, huh?
Yeah.
When normally in these kinds of games you can backtrack as far as you like to take care of melee enemies. They gotta even up the odds somehow. Cloaking's one way, closing doors behind you is another way, and sometimes it's just the terrain itself is their best friend and not yours. Yep, anything that slows you down.
Oh, so... Now... Something about this also. Each of these worlds has a theme to it. And...
You don't say.
Well, I'm not talking about the terrain theme. World 1 was very Descent 1 in its construction. World 2 was very, shall we say, wide open. Like, it would throw out huge spaces for the player to fly through. World 3 absolutely adores backtracking and interconnect levels.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're kind of mixing it up here because obviously you still want large rooms to show off your lava, but when we're working through some tunnels now,
I've seen at least 4 different secret doors in the past 20 seconds, so... also, different animations for different secret doors. Some open up like mechanical doors, others just dissolve away.
Like a sphincter.
I can't tell if that was a switch on the wall or just a shiny thing.
Some days there's not really a difference.
Since our only way of interacting with switches is to shoot them and blow them up anyway. It's like a Star Wars film.
Fair enough. Also, I'm still continue to be annoyed by these melee guys whose response to being shot by anything other than the God King gun is to fire plasma shots right back at you.
So about those other red robots that with those little 4 gun ports, there doesn't seem to be anything particularly special about them, other than they seem to fire a little more often.
They actually spawn the bees that you guys were commenting about earlier.
That thing looked like a cute little tadpole, but then it said spawn, so I'm thinking, oh no, is this... and you were talking about... What do you think about the 90s? And I was thinking, Spawn? The comic?
Hey, I lived in Edmonton back when what's-his-face owned the hockey team.
Yeah, that guy didn't spawn any bees, but that seems to be maybe only some of them do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the same. It's basically a rehash of the same style of enemy from Descent 1. The one that would explode and drop off a few of those tiny enemies to keep you on your toes. Oh man, we're barely a third of the way through the level already. This will just take so long.
So the mixture of all this, like the tunnels, you have to really fly through them carefully now that there's this, lava around on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, angle a shot just slightly wrong, and the blast radius will get you too.
Yep. Which is why you're probably better off using like the plasma or the quad lasers.
The helix cannon, when it goes vertically, it's just gonna plot a shot right in front of you, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, wait, that's... Hold on.
Ah, yes, the lava gun.
No, the cloaked guy shooting around at me, around lava. But this guy, mini boss.
Oh, that's where that's coming from. He's got that bouncy shotgun too. When are we gonna get that?
Now.
Oh. Alright.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Phoenix Cannon. This is the upgrade for the plasma gun. We were introduced to it back in level 2. Its gimmick is the shots bounce.
Oh. Now,
finally.
You can't hurt yourself with this, can you?
Yes, you can.
Oh. Well, in that case, be careful.
Does it at least do more damage than the plasma gun?
Yes. But then again, it also uses more energy.
Oh, those guys can reflect even the Phoenix Cannon, huh? Dang.
I mean, it is an energy weapon. Man, those shots are kind of fast,
They
too,
are.
which is sometimes good and sometimes bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just double checking to make sure I know where I'm going, because I don't want to... And, okay, that's enough for the Phoenix gun, because I really don't like it.
I mean, I have to admire your trigger discipline with that thing. I would probably have shot myself 5 times with it.
I have. I've hit myself with the bounces already. But me just double checking for secret passages, and then I'm good. I've rescued the hostages. I've picked up the Phoenix cannon. It's time to get the yellow key. Oh wait, no, it's time to get the freaking blue key.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go the long way around for that.
Yeah, I'm 10.5 minutes in, and I haven't even picked up the first freaking key yet. This is annoying.
Well, I mean, that's how it is. They want to give you a picture. They want to mark it on your map so you know where you're heading.
Yeah. Also, again, Gauss Cannon probably not the best option for this level, because, as you may have noticed, Gauss Cannon rounds explode, and when they hit the lava, they double explode.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's good if it explodes on the enemies, though.
Yeah.
At least.
God.
I mean, thankfully you don't seem to take that much damage from the lava waterfalls, at least, so backtracking isn't too painful.
No.
But still, you don't want to be hanging around right underneath them either. You want to go through in one smooth motion.
Ooh, I like the texture in these walls. It looks like webs.
It is different. It's like behind the scenes. But you can also see how it's like barely constrained heat.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's that alien aesthetic they were going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the original pitch was going to be that these were alien mines that we were invading instead of just more
PTMC
mines that the material defender had to defend. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess Brimstone would have been a little bit too on the nose, so they had to go for Brim Spark instead.
Yeah. Ow, those little guys can hurt.
Yep.
And they're dodgy.
Yep, they're small, they're dodgy, they're annoying. At one point in a couple of levels, actually no, next level, I have I can open up a room with like 10 of them, and my response is a Mega Missile, because screw trying to fight them all at once.
I mean, I guess we've already been introduced to the concept with those little sidearm guys, the ones that shot the little flash missiles, but these guys are obviously designed just to hurt you instead of disorient you.
Mm-hmm. And seriously, where are you?
Oh, and it's a double shot too. Jeez,
yep.
That's rude. Well, and I guess it also goes kind of without saying, but this is flowing lava too, instead of just tranquil lava.
Yeah,
if there is such a thing.
Mm-hmm. It's not
I'm just glad that there aren't, like, jumping fireballs out of the lava.
Oh, no.
This isn't quite that kind of video game.
If they had the technology for it, I'm sure they would have liked to have a smelting level with stuff collecting the lava and turning it into ingots, but,
Oh, like a foundry kind of thing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is molten rock, not molten metal.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, we aren't trying to make chairs out of rocks here. This isn't that kind of game.
There once was a series of Flash cartoons called Stone Trek, which mixed Flintstones with Star Trek, and that would be exactly the aesthetic.
I see.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. But a little bit of yet another case of shooting through grates to find what you need.
Yeah, again, it's a little bit early to call a pattern here, but it does seem like they're introducing the regular old standard issue grunts in level 1, and then introducing the really dangerous enemies in level 2 or 3 of the world.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah, right now we just have the little spawn things, but the bees. But
Otherwise, it's just business as usual, but in a new
Yeah.
environment.
still have that.
Just giving
Yep.
you a chance to get used to the lava. I mean, you might not have played Descent once. This might be your first time flying around in lava with a spaceship.
Yeah, but of course, the game is quite willing to go, oh yeah, here's a dozen enemies that'll shoot back at you.
Oh, but here's 20 homing missiles, so you can shoot back at them.
Says the guy who's currently hoarding flash missiles.
Oh no, a force field! I'm trapped!
I mean, at the other hand, it is nice that the enemies are actually trying to shoot back at you through the grates, and they're actually doing a fairly good job at it, too. So it's not quite as cheesy as it was in the first game.
Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah, it's a good thing that the map is as good as it is, or else this would be unreadable.
Yeah.
There is something to be said for just the minimalistic wireframe involved. I mean, can you imagine if the map tried to color code, like, this is what lava, this is whatnot?
Yeah, then it might be kind of hard to see things behind other things. So at least you can usually, with the free camera control and the free zoom, you can usually figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of 3D games at the time had good map modes like that, like a bunch of the X-Wing simulator space games, which I believe were...
I mean, hey, the developers are players too. They have to figure out what the heck is going on with their level too.
Exactly, right.
You mean the developers will actually play their own game anymore? What?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe they call that playtesting.
I'm sure we can all think of games where the developers obviously haven't played their own game.
Oh, you mean like David Cage? Yeah.
Well, I always heard stories that apparently after work, the developers of this would actually just play Descent multiplayer in LAN parties, just like everybody else did.
Hey, you remember what LAN parties were?
Yeah, everyone had to drag their tower computers with them in their cars and hook them all up to this hydra of cables.
And half the time you'd have one computer just being a dedicated, game server.
Mm-hmm.
And then came the arguing about whose computer got to be on the good table.
I thought it was the host. Sorry, guys, just...
Given how bright all these rooms are, it's still kind of hard to see those cloaked enemies.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think...
Like, you're probably the first time you're going to notice them is either when they damage you or when your shots seem to hit something in midair that they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm, because you're usually fighting something else. Which is what makes those those solitary cloaked ambushers so dangerous, is because, there's no reason for you to be firing blindly, and,
Yeah, that's the energy system at work, and the ammunition for the Gauss cannon. You don't have a free weapon to just be auto-firing when you're flying down empty corridors.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, just me being paranoid going, is there somebody behind me?
Yeah, I mean, with the resolution of that rear-view camera, you probably wouldn't even be able to see a cloaked enemy in it.
No. Trust me, no.
Oh. Wait, was that a smelter blown up into bees, or was there just another enemy there?
There was another enemy there.
Yeah. I think they said that the bees might be part of some other Gestalt robot we haven't seen yet, but I think that's probably the next level.
it's that red one with the gun ports that
we
were talking about earlier.
Okay.
They might be out on their own, but otherwise they don't seem to come from other enemies.
Okay. They look like cute little tadpoles that shoot you.
They do.
Well,
I'm glad...
I mean, at the end of the day, they're still working with polygons, so they gotta make do with what they've got.
Yeah. Like the new Tesla car. Oh boy, I'm gonna date this video. But yeah, that looks like something straight out of a Descent game.
It's okay. We're already talking about the 90s without saying that it was the 1990s, so we're already on that path, trust me.
Hey, if it makes you guys feel any better, a coworker of mine showed me that new Tesla car, and my response was, why did Kit get a paint job?
Please, Kit had aerodynamics.
And now you know.
But it's supposed to be well enough armored to survive like handgun rounds, because you know your car is always being shot at by handguns on your commute.
Elon Musk. Clearly, he needs to hire a material defender.
Okay, side tangent. Do you think somebody's actually, done like Kit in like Car Wars?
Probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. The internet is full of people with free time, you know.
True. I mean, Interplay did try to make a free space tabletop game, so...
Well, anything's possible.
Yeah, I'm just sad that, Descent hasn't gotten a proper homeworld treatment yet, where the developers are stuck not being able to use their own the IP anymore. Because, I mean, can you imagine if Overload was actually properly Descent Overload?
Well, I mean, I guess I can. I just don't know what the consequences of that would be, really.
Well, I mean, it was like the developers of Descent, or not Descent, sorry, of Homeworld, like when they were doing Deserts, the game that became Deserts of Karak. They couldn't use any of the Homeworld IP until they got bought out by Gearbox. So
so it was going to be an unrelated desert game until they had got access to Homeworld again, huh?
Mm-hmm. An unrelated game from the developers of Homeworld, with enough, winks and nods to, go, yes, we know what we're doing. We know that you love Homeworld. Buy our game.
Sid Meier did the exact same thing with the Alpha Centauri game, which...
Holy smokes, this is a big level.
Wow!
Guys, seriously, 26 minutes for this one.
I don't think you're even done with it yet. There's still like a couple areas you haven't even been in yet.
Yeah, I still have to get to the reactor.
Like, you zoomed that map all the way out, and yet it was still filling the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, we gotta take more mandatory damage just to get through here.
Well, I could if I wanted to. There's actually a switch. That switch right there deactivates that. So if I really wanted to, at the very start of the level, I could have fired a guided missile down here to hit that.
Oh, interesting. That's a nice trick.
I still would have needed to, get a yellow key and a red key and maybe even a blue key, but... Pass John, how did you do that? Why did you miss?
Hey,
well, it's all about the little motions.
And what can I say?
Well, yeah, those, it's funny, because, like, sometimes, they just, I guess that's just the different AIs at work here, that one doesn't care. It's just, another day at the office.
Whoa! Got rammed by another thing.
And when it exploded, I caught the cloaking device in the face. And there's another cloaked guy with another cloaking device that got dropped.
So, speaking of cloaking devices, obviously we've already seen that firing when you're cloaking gives away your position, but is there anything else that does that too?
Firing while cloaked, hitting lava or water and causing a splash will do it.
Yeah, because because what brought that to mind was hearing you just ram into the wall and make a sound, and I was wondering if that actually propagated.
It did. because this game will model sound. I mean, it's not like Thief level sounds, but
Yeah, it might just be like simple raycasting from the point of origin or something.
yeah. But time to leave, time to leave, time to leave.
Man, that almost all of those went off, and they all did some damage. But even then, one of them survived. That's kind of rough.
Yeah. Sorry, this is me just plotting my exit because I've only got 30 seconds left on the clock.
For this giant level.
Where do I go? Which way is up?
Don't forget, down is the enemy gate and up is the exit. But
Thanks, Ender.
well, that was it for level 9, and I will see you guys next time in level 10.